What is there to talk about? You fighting the best fighter in the world. You better be taking it serious. You know, that goes to show, you know, how serious he's taking me and how much he respects me.
I think with the weight difference, you know, with me witnessing like smaller guys really just like do damage to bigger guys, it's like, you know what, that kind of really don't matter in a sense.
Man, pound for pound, who I consider the best fighter in the world between him and Inoue, he's just a remarkable fighter, man.
Terence Crawford reacted to the new training footage of Canelo Alvarez and Jaron Ennis. He said Canelo needs to train harder because he's about to face the best fighter in the world. Crawford explained that his skill, power, and ability to adjust make him a unique challenge unlike anyone Canelo has ever faced. The footage shows Canelo training with high speed and intensity, which Crawford takes as proof that Alvarez is preparing seriously. For Crawford, this only shows how dangerous he really is, since even Canelo knows what kind of test is waiting for him.
What is there to talk about? You fighting the best fighter in the world. You better be taking it serious. You know, that goes to show, you know, how serious he's taking me and how much he respects me. Because, you know, if I haven't fought anyone, if I was too small, if I was, you know, all these things that all the media say I was, then he wouldn't need these guys to help prepare him to fight me. He wouldn't, you know, need all the help that, you know, he's getting. But I'm happy that he's getting the help that he needs because, you know, after, you know, September 13th, there'll be no excuses.
In recent footage, Canelo Alvarez can be seen working more on speed drills instead of only relying on power punches. This change connects to Terence Crawford's fighting style, known for quickness and smart adjustments during a fight. Analysts noticed that Canelo looks leaner and possibly smaller than usual, sparking talk about whether he's cutting weight to match Crawford's pace. Some even say he looks smaller than Crawford in some shots, even though he's usually the bigger man. Experts are debating whether focusing on speed instead of power could hurt his natural advantages, or help him find the perfect balance to match Crawford's rhythm.
In a recent footage shared online, Canelo Alvarez definitely looks less bulkier and even somewhat smaller in comparison to Terence Crawford. Several people on multiple boxing community forums have noted that unlike Terence Crawford, who seems to be more focused with enhancing his power in order to shake Canelo's already proven and tested chin, Canelo's priority is more on refining his speed in order to swiftly deliver his already powerful punches, with both men pretty much basically having the exact opposite approach. Now, it'll be interesting to see the return of Slick Nello, a version of Canelo Alvarez who we haven't seen in a while. As for Terence Crawford, the question is, will he be able to bring his speed, agility, endurance, and stamina from 147 to 168, or will he end up like Trunks during the Cell Games?
At the press conference, Canelo Alvarez sent a strong message filled with confidence in his ability to handle Terence Crawford. He rejected the idea that Crawford is a special challenge, saying every fighter before thought the same, but all failed. Canelo called this one of the biggest fights in boxing history, and promised his win will be remembered for years. His confident tone and body language showed that he thrives under pressure, and lives for big moments like this.
He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but it's gonna be difficult. You take it to your home.
I'm taking them. It ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight
and
night.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You're going to see.
We'll
you know
see.
it.
We'll see.
We're going to see.
Many fans point out that Terence Crawford has already beaten bigger fighters in the past. Throughout his career, he's moved up through several weight classes and defeated men with height, reach, and strength advantages. Yet he always finds a way to win. His success against larger opponents proves that skill often beats size. That's why analysts doubt Canelo's size alone will decide this fight. Crawford's game is built on strategy, timing, and adaptability. His high ring IQ lets him read opponents quickly and switch tactics mid-fight. Many believe his flexibility will neutralize Canelo's power, showing once again that in boxing, Smart fighters often beat stronger ones.
A person like, Boots, that's a lower weight, and like a lot of times weight don't really matter, because I've seen him smash guys that are just like way bigger than him. So I'm looking at it in a sense of, I think Crawford can handle the weight difference, and he could bring, the elusiveness of a lower. I mean, Canelo lower too, but Canelo fight more like a bully in a sense. He's lower too. He's good too, but he just fight more with like more strength, overpowering. He has great technique. He's great, but I'm just looking at the athleticism and the will that Crawford always had and always brought, and I'm just thinking of that just transforming into like this weight difference. The weight difference is the only thing that we could pretty much, argue about. But I think with the weight difference, with me witnessing like smaller guys really just like do damage to bigger guys, it's like, that kind of really don't matter in a sense. It's as long as you're good on your game, you're good on your feet, and you can duck and block some punches.
What's the outcome?
I think the outcome, and nobody's gonna get stopped. Nobody's gonna get stopped.
Because I'm hearing that this person gonna get stopped, that person gonna get stopped.
No, nobody's gonna get stopped. I think it's gonna be a good fight, a good show. I think we'll see more. I think we'll be entertained more than disappointed for sure. When it comes to like skill for skill, going back and forth with certain things. I don't think we would necessarily see too much of a strong fight, because Canelo could pretty much he could hold his ground and not necessarily get out of conduct. Both of them can. They both are professional. Two of the greatest of this era.
Trainer Manny Robles said Canelo doesn't look as big and intimidating as he normally does. He praised Crawford as the best fighter in the world right now, with all the tools that make him extremely dangerous. Robles highlighted Crawford's counterpunching, timing, and balance as skills that put him above most boxers. He said Crawford isn't just talented, he's a complete fighter who can adjust to any opponent. Robles warned that Canelo will need more than confidence and strength to win against someone as sharp and well-rounded as Crawford.
It's very highly anticipated, that Canelo versus Crawford fight.
Oh man, that's a great fight, but you're only as good as your last fight. And so we all know that Canelo didn't look too hot in his last fight, and obviously the opponent didn't help very much. He's a big guy, super middleweight, strong, solid. He's fought everybody there is to fight, with the exception of Benavidez, of course. But then you have Crawford, man, pound for pound, who I consider the best fighter in the world between him and Inoue. He's just a remarkable fighter, man. He's got the total package. He can switch from conventional to southpaw. Nobody does it better. Great counterpuncher, great boxer, great ring generalship. He can fight if he chooses to. So it'd be dangerous to sit there and fight someone like Canelo, but it's just, I don't know, man. That's a toss-up. That's a 50-50 fight.
Do you see that 50-50?
Yeah, it's a 50-50.
Former champion Shane Mosley shared a different view, saying the size difference between Canelo and Crawford could still be a big issue. Mosley admitted Crawford is very skilled, but warned that when there's such a big gap in natural weight and power, it can change everything. He said Canelo might use his bigger frame to pressure and wear down Crawford in close exchanges. Mosley's opinion reflects the traditional view in boxing that the stronger man usually wins when both fighters are close in skill. His comments show why experts remain divided on how this fight will go.
Great versus Crawford coming up very soon. Who do you got for that one? How do you see it going?
It's going to be a great fight in the beginning because Crawford is a great fighter as well. I think that the size difference is going to be too much for Crawford. I think that once they start mingling and battling, I think that Canelo might be able to get Crawford. But anything can happen. I mean, Crawford can catch him on chin too. I mean, it's not like it's a for sure thing. It just seems that Canelo has speed and his power at that weight, so it's going to be hard for Crawford to do anything, I think.
Analysts warn that labeling Canelo Alvarez as just a Mexican-style brawler is a mistake. Over time, he has developed some of the best defensive skills in boxing. His head movement, timing, and ability to slip punches allow him to shut down even dangerous punchers. Crawford, on the other hand, is equally respected for his defense, using distance and angles to stay safe while countering. This makes the matchup exciting because both men are strong offensively and defensively. Experts believe it could turn into a chess match where the one who breaks through first gains the upper hand.
Who has the better defense between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford? People are giving Crawford the edge in skill across the board. But does Canelo, who some say doesn't just have the typical Mexican style, does Canelo have a few sprinkles and a few twists of being the quote-unquote slick black fighter, especially on defense? If they get in the pocket, if they sit in the pocket like some lint in this fight, will Bud's defense, which is generally slight movements and picking off punches, be able to absorb it and keep himself out of danger? Or will Canelo's high caliber waist and head movement, just a couple degrees of movement being able to avoid punches, will that be able to keep him out of danger and set him up for vicious counters? Both men are genius Mensa level counter punchers, but whose defense between the two of them do you think is better? Tell me in the comments.
One analyst stirred debate by saying that if Canelo beats Crawford, fans will create excuses. He said people will claim Crawford was too small or that Canelo was too big. The analyst also mentioned that Crawford might use this as protection from criticism if he loses. At the same time, he admitted that Crawford took this fight for the huge payday, making it one of the biggest of his career. He added that this fight is low risk for Crawford's legacy, but high pressure for Canelo, who must win to keep his reputation strong.
All right. What's up, everybody? So look, man, let's get right into it. The big question, right, is Terence Crawford going to come up with the excuse after the Canelo fight, right? The pre-built excuse that I think everybody's going to give him a pass on. Like, you know what? He was daring to be great. It wasn't his weight class, you know, blah, 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 etc. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that this is going to happen, bro, and I'm calling this shit out right now. Because it's no secret, right? You guys know, and it's pretty obvious, bro. It's not like rocket science to call this shit out. Canelo is probably going to end up knocking out Terence Crawford. You know, I know there's a lot of fans, a lot of people that have faith in Terence Crawford. I understand that he's a great fighter, and I could see people be like, yeah, Terence Crawford is special, this and that. But realistically, bro, moving up 2 weight classes to fight another special fighter, I mean, come on, man. Is Terence Crawford really, really that great? Like, has he really beat the opponents like that to prove that he's that great? In my opinion, it's no. You know, so, but I say all of that shit, bro, to say this, man, because I want you guys to think about this, and I want you guys to remember this shit right now. Because as for me, I'm not gonna give Terence Crawford no excuses, bro. I'm gonna hold him accountable for his actions. He wanted to jump up 2 weight classes. He wanted to jump up to 168, cut the line, and take on Canelo and fight him for all his belts to try to become 3 times undisputed. You guys know how I feel about this shit, bro. In my opinion, no, he's not daring to be great, bro. He's doing this shit for the money. It's obvious as fuck. He's on interviews saying that, you know, before Turkey Ali she came with this bag, he's on interviews saying that he will never fight Canelo, that 168 is way too big for him and this and that. So it's not hard to see that he did this shit for the money, right? But what I want you guys to remember, man, after the fight, because like I said, bro, I guarantee you we're going to hear this shit from Terence Crawford first. You know, I was daring to be great. I moved up to a weight class that wasn't mine and this and that. And okay, we all know that shit, right? We all know this shit, bro. Like, you don't got to remind everybody. We don't want to actually even hear this from you.
Former world champion Amir Khan said he believes Terence Crawford can win as long as he stays sharp and focused. Khan explained that Crawford's accuracy and concentration are key to overcoming Canelo's power and experience. Having fought top-level opponents himself, Khan knows how one small mistake can cost a fight. He said Crawford must stick to his strategy and not fall into Canelo's traps. His words add more excitement since they come from someone who's fought the best in the world.
I think that Crawford could beat him because Crawford is a big 147 fighter and is strong as well, which a lot of people don't give him the credit for. I think that fight, if it does happen, as long as Crawford stays away and just boxes and be smart, he can win that fight. I think Crawford's a better fighter than Charlo, and he's a smart fighter as well. He switches and everything, so that would be a very good fight.
he should know by firsthand what Crawford like. His older son then got his ass whooped by Terence Crawford already. He feared that Crawford beat the shit out of Canelo, the world gonna scream for Crawford versus Benavidez.
Yeah, right. Crawford don't want that, bro. Don't forget Turkey offered Crawford that fight already. Chill.
And he said he'll take it.
Nah, he asked for a 64-pound catch weight.
Yeah.
Turkey sent the offer for 64 pounds.
Yeah. We know what's up.
We know what's up.
That fat boy don't want it with Crawford. Benavidez don't look like he in shape.
Lord of mercy.
That boy start training camp a week before the fight, and then he get on the scale. You starve yourself. Stop playing. That boy don't got an ab. He ain't got a definition of a muscle.
Trainer Yoel Diaz, who coached Dmitry Bivol in his upset win over Canelo, gave a very different opinion. He said Canelo is too powerful, skilled, and experienced for Crawford to beat, especially at a higher weight. Diaz flatly stated that Crawford has no chance and that it could end badly for him. Coming from a trainer who already beat Canelo, his comments carry weight. He added that even the best pound-for-pound fighters have limits, and moving too far up in weight can expose those limits.
Who is the trainer for Dmitry Bivol. Joel Diaz was a trainer for Dmitry Bivol when Dmitry Bivol beat Canelo Alvarez. He was also a trainer for Israel Madmarov when Israel Madmarov fought Terence Crawford last year. And many people thought Israel Madmarov won that fight. Or I didn't think Israel Madmarov won the fight. I thought Terence Crawford won the fight. But at the same time, clearly, a close, difficult fight for Terence Crawford. And this is Joel Diaz. And Joel Diaz was the trainer for both of those fighters. Now, Joel Diaz has trained against Canelo and trained against Terence. Joel Diaz says there's no way that Canelo Alvarez is going to win, that Terence Crawford is going to win the fight. He said there's no way that Terence Crawford is going to win that fight. He wasn't shy about it. He didn't say, well, if he does this. Nope, he's straight to the cut. No way this guy's going to win this fight. The size difference too big, and Canelo Alvarez is too good a fighter. This is not going to go well for Bud.
I mean, there is no way that Terence Crawford, being to me my favorite fighter, I mean, the best fighter pound for pound, can beat Canelo. I mean, a 147-pounder moving up to 68, I mean, he can only maybe go 2-3 rounds, and then Canelo hits him and he hurts him. Canelo's being hit by Triple G, the hardest hitter in the division, and never hurt him. But Canelo will hit Crawford and he'll hurt him. Let's put it this way. You remember the fight Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade?
Yes.
Demetrius Andrade was a great fighter. Nobody wanted to fight him at 54.